With so many people passing through airports and security checkpoints, there are a lot of strange and wild discoveries, let me tell you. I know for me, I don't do any of these crazy things, but I still get a little nervous going through airport security. Well, sometimes, even despite the amount of security in airports, people will attempt some pretty crazy things. So this is the top 10 craziest airport security stories, part 2, because you guys love part 1 so much. I'll put part 1 link in the description below. Starting all of this craziness in at number 10 with the man who attempted to smuggle gold bars up his butt. A male traveler was taken into custody at the airport in India after metal detectors revealed that he was concealing gold inside of his rectum. They found 12 gold bars that weighed 1.2 kilograms inside of his butt. Officials also flagged his bag, and they discovered that he was also concealing another 8 gold bars that were hidden in the back covers of some lighting equipment. So in total, he was hiding about 2 kilograms of gold. Let's just say his butt was worth about $114,000 that day. Next up, number 9, we have Pigeons. A passenger who landed in Melbourne back in 2009 was stopped after he arrived from his 10-hour flight from Dubai after security discovered that he had attempted to smuggle in 2 live pigeons that were hidden in each sock and wrapped in padded envelopes for extra protection. I'm not really sure like what's gonna happen here. You're leaving with live birds when you land. Are they gonna be alive? I don't know. The birds miraculously made it out alive, and the man was arrested on the scene for just being stupid. Number 8 has us talking about the American Airlines controversy. The video shows a distraught mother holding her baby moments after a flight attendant had apparently forcibly taken a stroller from her. Witnesses on the plane said that the flight attendant violently took the stroller from this lady and hit her on the head, just missing the baby. This just happened in the news, and this was after the United Airlines incident. Then the flight attendant tried to fight another passenger who was trying to stand up for the woman. Crazy story. Number 7, we got cocaine smugglers. 2 people are facing federal drug smuggling charges after flying from the Dominican Republic to New York with bags of cocaine taped around their legs. The Customs and Border Protection officers determined that the cocaine was held in place with multiple layers of tape, and it was valued at nearly $400,000. The 2 suspects were arrested and handed over to Homeland Security, where they will be prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And number 6 is heroin smugglers. We got more of the drugs, the drug dealers, yeah. For some reason they think they can get away with it. Well, 2 men are under arrest for attempting to smuggle heroin through the JFK airport inside of a dog carrier along with a dog. So they just put a whole bunch of cocaine near the dog because, you know, the dogs will be unaffected. Well, they were charged with drug possession and conspiracy after more than 22 pounds of heroin was found inside of the false bottom of a dog crate. The drugs were estimated to be worth at least $1 million. United Airlines controversy makes its way onto this list at number 5. This incident was captured on several devices on the aircraft that caused a huge PR nightmare for the airline. Basically, United Airlines overbooked a flight, and they asked if, any volunteers, would you get off, take the next plane, we'll give you some money in exchange, some monetary compensation. Everyone declined. They were forced to select 4 passengers at random to leave the aircraft. Okay, you are leaving. Well, one man wouldn't give up his seat. He was dragged out of the plane by security. He was knocked out. Like, the security bashed his head. He was just knocked out like this. And his shirt was up, you can see his belly out, and it was just dragged lifeless through this plane. That is so traumatizing. What is going on right now? So the man turned out to be a doctor, and he was filmed being brutally dragged off this plane and bleeding from his head. Apparently he didn't want to give up his seat because he had patients to go see the next day. Reasonable, right? Why not be like, hey, we need 1 more volunteer, and see if someone else will do it. Maybe offer $2 grand, $3 grand, $4 grand. It seems like a lot of money, but think about it. You guys lost almost $1 billion because of this. So heck, even offer this guy $100 million. You would have still saved money. I would get off for just $1 million, 100 mil. Raw animal brains comes into this list at number 4. A woman who was flying into Dallas Fort Worth International Airport was found with 22 pounds of illegal animal parts in her suitcase. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials confiscated raw brains, hearts, heads, tongues, feet, and other body parts from chickens. There's some pig parts in there, some cow parts in there as well. Was the woman really trying to eat these things? I mean, I'm really picky, but I don't know. These meat products are illegal because they are potentially carriers for harmful diseases that could seriously damage their agriculture. Number 3 brings us to the man who stabbed himself in the head. What? A man was taken to the hospital after he stabbed himself with a sharp object at Heathrow Airport in London. You know, one of the busiest airports in the world? He had passed through the airport security checks, and then he started cutting himself near the departure lounges. So what is this real life right now? Two airline employees disarmed him before the police and paramedics arrived. Luckily, his injuries weren't life-threatening, but a crazy story, and I hope he got himself some help. 4 Lauderdale shootings makes its way into this list at number 2. An army veteran who claimed that the government was controlling his mind by forcing him to watch ISIS videos took out a gun from his checked baggage and opened fire in the baggage claim area, killing 5 people and wounding 8 others. The gunman was identified as 26-year-old Esteban Santiago, and he served in Iraq, but he was discharged for unsatisfactory performance. People were panicking and trying to find coverage because he would just go around shooting people without saying a word. Now at number 1, smuggling 20 tons of cocaine. A dozen current and former TSA officials and airport employees are facing charges that are related to a cocaine smuggling operation that has been in operation for at least 2 decades. I mean, wow. The suspects allegedly transported cocaine-filled suitcases through airport security at the airport in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and approximately 20 tons of cocaine made it through. Drug mules would drop off cocaine in suitcases at the airline's check-in counter, and one of the suspects would put them through the x-ray machine. And another suspect would have allowed the suitcase to pass through the security to make sure, you know, it avoids the detection along the way. That is a lot of cocaine, and this is quite the operation, but it's finally been busted after 2 decades. Well, there you guys have it. Those are some crazy stories. Hopefully these stories aren't about anyone you know about, or let me know what's the craziest thing that happened to you guys in an airport. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys very soon in a new Most Amazing Top 10 video.